down.
Hello.
Hi. We're dealing with updated software,
Yeah.
so forgive us for the not so smooth transition there.
This is what happens when you update OBS.
Yeah.
And I did also the Stream Deck software.
Yeah. Nah, there's no way. Like, updating one or the other was like a coin flip as to whether it would work. Updating both is like basically
It's guaranteed. Yeah, guaranteed.
It's not going to work.
Guaranteed nothing's gonna work.
Yes, discussion about Nexus Invitational. I didn't get to watch any of it. I know it is basically the only data point we have for the current environment. I know like a Tobias Red or something is the deck that won. Is that correct?
Interesting.
And it played against Vader Yellow. And apparently those games are not close. The Tobias deck. Now, I had a Tobias Red Brew, that the world champion. Okay, there you go. Yeah. I had a Tobias Red Brew. I wonder what percentage of cards. Now, I was going higher up the curve because on like the Beckett turn, you can play like a Chrysanthemum or something like that, and that felt like that might be good enough to win. Now that the game I heard about was like deploy Beckett, blow up a bunch of stuff, draw a bunch of cards, play 2 sudden ferocities on Beckett, let Beckett hit for 10, God. And then ask your opponent, what are you going to do about this? Spicy Commandeer last minute, which is quite an inclusion. Yeah, you can probably sneak a couple games away with Commandeer, right? So many 1-ofs and 2-ofs. And that might just be the... Well, so the thing is if Beckett's like probably the only leader in the game like on deployed where you might actually draw like 3 cards, right? So feel like it was unpredictable even post board. Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. I do. So like one of the things about this game, one of the skill testing things about this game is like knowing how the early game plays out. And if you're like early in a format, you have like kind of an idea of how stuff is supposed to play out, and you play against your deck and you're like, oh, that game didn't go how I expected. And then you play game 2 and you're like, well, that game didn't go how I expected. You might just straight up be able to steal a couple of games that way, right? I heard he was playing like the Gamorrean Pig 2. I don't know how many copies of that were in the deck, but that card seems pretty good, like if you're trying to race your opponent down, right? Let's go with what's the initiative situation here?
Dice right
there. Okay. I have an 11.
16.
Okay. I am going to keep yeah.
The Akbar is Unity of Purpose. This is a Thork list.
This is the Thork Akbar Unity of Purpose list. This Boba Data Vault is a creation of my own. Okay, I'm gonna play.
This is non-focus.
Allegiant General Pride.
We also had a power outage yesterday.
Okay. So there you go. Yeah.
I'll take initiative.
We're zoomed way in.
Yeah, it'll pop out.
We're taking you directly to the action.
Falco, thank you.
Falco PL, thank you. Appreciate it. You've taken the initiative. I will pass. How dare you keep showing up?
There also might be a tornado outside right now. It's possible.
We got some blustery wind right now.
That's certainly possible. I'm going to make an X-Wing.
I am going to play a droid missile platform.
Play an R2-D2. Look at the top 5 cards in my deck for a unit that shares an aspect with a friendly unit. Go with Max Rebo Band.
The Max Rebo Band. Way only at that Jats over there. It's not how I remember it being
Slamming
called.
the jats.
I'm gonna take the initiative here, I think.
I'll pass.
All right. The droid missile platform is going to go in for 4.
I'm gonna beguile. Put your hand.
Devastator, Craving Power, Haymaker. Let's call it war.
I'll bounce the general.
I am going to Haymaker the platform. It gets an experience token and then blows up the X-Wing. And then I'm going to Boba Fett and make you take an indirect.
I'll make an X-Wing.
I'm going to take the initiative.
Attack you for 2. Heal 1. Yes.
Right. I am going to hit you for 5.
Make an X-Wing.
I'm going to play HK-47.
I'm gonna resistance squadron and do 3 damage to the missile platform.
Okay. You're going to take 3 indirect damage.
10. You gonna make it 4?
Yeah, and then Boba Fett's going to make it a 4th.
Do 2 more on the base. Do we stream yesterday? No, we did not.
I am going to collateral damage. I'm going to do 2 damage to this X-Wing and then 2 damage to that X-Wing, and then HK-47 is going to shoot your base for 2.
Take it for 2.
I will take the initiative.
Yes.
I am going to have HK attack your base for 2.
Make a wing.
I'm gonna play War Juggernaut, and I'll do damage to everything, and then I'll Fett you for an indirect.
Take it for 2.
All right. We'll slap Fett into. Oh, and you took 1 from HK when R2 died. I'll slap Fett into the War Juggernaut. I'll blast this for 3 and the X-Wing for 1, and you'll take 2 more from HK-47.
Yep.
HK, I think HK is like primed position in this format, honestly. You can L3 and get like an HK, which is pretty sick. You can L3 and get HK and this droid missile platform. This is not an L3 deck, but that seems pretty good, right? Putting a 3/2, a 2/4, a 4/2, like paying 6 and getting all that value. If the format isn't just all aggressive negotiation decks killing each other on leader ploys. Or the turn immediately after.
Blue leader into the HK.
Okay. I will take the initiative.
I'll deploy Akbar and hit you for 3.
Okay. Alright. The War Juggernaut's coming in for a cool 9.
Not dead.
Driving around in my truck.
I'll hit you for 5.
Okay. I am. Let's Craving Power and nuke Akbar while I'm at it. Hit Akbar for about 11, something like that.
Well, I'll take initiative.
I will pass.
I'll Jin exhaust the Juggernaut.
Okay. I have a Devastator to do the indirect damage to your base.
Yep. Killed all my stuff.
Yep.
Kinda what I was expecting.
The march an endless parade of bunguses into units. You actually, you did kill the vehicle because I had Topple the Summit tucked into the plot row. So when the droid ship went down, I drew into a War Juggernaut to.
I think I should have beguiled the War Juggernaut as soon as you played it. Because I had beguile.
Ah,
so
yeah.
I could have done that.
Yeah.
I really didn't have an answer. Once you put Boba Fett on it, I don't think this deck has any answer to that except exhausting it.
Yeah, Jin. Or I guess even Akbar himself.
Yeah. Funny enough, if it was on a spaceship, then I could have timely reinforcements to at least put some defense up.
Yeah, my one critique of this Boba Fett deck from the little bit that I've played with it is that I feel like I need just like a handful more spaceships. So that way you're more likely to go into the Boba Fett deploy with a ship on the table.
Yeah.
Though I do like Juggernaut. I think Juggernaut kind of like proved itself there.
It's probably very good in this format in general.
Yeah, I think units are just hanging around on the board a little bit more than they were.
So Akbar DB at the Nexus event go at 1-4, surprise. Seems many people moving to Boba Yellow instead, but that game made Boba DB still feel very powerful. But yeah. I don't think it didn't like lose a lot.
There was apparently a Boba Fett Lake Country deck that existed.
What the heck?
Yeah. It's there is one on the competitive SWU hub.
Whoa.
You just play all the red stuff, and the Boba pilot. So we'll see. I think there's a chance that this game goes horribly awry based off of what I kept, but we'll see.
Mina.
I will play a TIE bomber.
Take initiative.
I'll pass.
Play the Max Rebo band.
Wailing on that Jats. All right, the TIE bomber's coming in, 2 and 3 indirect, and then Fett's gonna make it a 4th.
Take it. Take your base.
I'll play 000. Triple Z here.
I'll take initiative.
Pass. There's only room for one here. What's it gonna be? I guess it's that.
Good thing we're in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah, from this
When the ceiling collapses on top of us.
000 BT pretty much cancel out the loss of super laser attack and resupply. Just play the 2 units instead. Well, it doesn't cancel them out because they don't ramp you. But they are good units. I like them quite a bit. All right, you hit me for 2.
Yep.
So be it. We'll TIE bombard. Get you for about a 4 spot.
I'm gonna play Amidala.
Okay. I'm gonna Fett's fire spray and get you for 2 indirect.
I'll take initiative.
BT is gonna fight Mina, I think, here. There's an argument to go to your base, but that's -1.
Sure, you got a typo in R2.
Okay.
Draw.
It's -1 in case you unity on the next turn, which is a distinct possibility. So, okay, pass.
Make an X-Wing.
.000 is gonna fight the undamaged spy.
I'm gonna blast 000.
I am going to play a Dornian gunship. I'll get you for 3/4 indirect damage.
Take it for 2.
I am going to have the TIE bomber attack you for 3 indirect.
Take it for 5.
I will take the initiative.
I'll pass.
Alright, we're putting Fett in the fire spray. I'm going to do 1 damage, 1 damage, 2 damage. And then I'm showing you the Topple the Summit. We'll play Topple the Summit, replace that. And the Spy is toast as well. I could have another way to play that is kill the spy token and no, it doesn't work that way, right? If I damage the spy token and Amidala at the same time, you could sack the dying spy token to save the damage on Amidala.
Yeah, right.
I don't think there's any way to get Amidala in this scenario if there's a 1 living spy.
I'll exhaust the fire spray. I'll give you an X-wing.
Okay. The gunship is coming in for 4. You cannot exhaust a leader with that.
I'll concede.
Okay. As I will concede, that's the fastest effect in the game.
Yep. I
Summit toppled.
Literally no answers to once Boba deploys on a ship. Then
I think leaders are like exhaust is
okay. So this side can.
That exhaust. Side can, yeah. The spy had 1 damage on it from an indirect damage earlier. You want to resolve the Boba damage before you resolve the summit, the top of the summit. Right, because I need the damage to go to the unit so that they're damaged, so that top of the summit finishes them off. But I don't think there's a way to get Amidala in the exact situation there was before. If I topple first, I kill literally just the spy, which seems pretty bad to kill a 1 health, 0 power unit for 5, right? That seems like a bad rate. Though you would get to Boba. No, you don't get to Boba leader because he's like in the process of being deployed.
You like basically just do it so you can kill Amidala then?
Yeah, I think it's worth it to kill everything else on the tail, right? Like, yeah. Amidala's gonna go to, like, you can't stop Amidala from like doing 5 damage to you multiple turns in a row, but what you can do is you can kill all of her friends. So, and then get around to her.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing with these credit tokens.
Well, I think
that's kind of always my feeling on credit tokens.
I think the one major omission in this original Thork list was no Liberty. Because I think if you're
ramping into a Liberty.
If you're ramping into a Liberty, then like the Liberty comes down, stops the Boba attack. I now have a 7 toughness Sentinel I have to somehow deal with in space. And I think there's like a world where if Liberty is in space and Boba's on a ship, the Akbar deck attacks with Liberty and claims every turn, and the Boba deck just straight up loses. So,
maybe I should grab some Liberties real quick. After this game, I'll grab some. 'Cause I feel like I'm just gonna keep losing
I-
otherwise.
I think Liberty is like the best card.
Yeah.
In
I was
the format.
surprised
Like,
to see it wasn't in the list.
I think it's the best card in aggressive negotiations. Okay, we're gonna put a big old like asterisk around aggressive negotiations. We'll see if aggressive negotiations survives. I personally don't have enough playtest experience to know whether it should be banned or not, but I was in the camp of like leave force throw in, even though it got banned. It does seem like they will listen to people. If enough people are like, this card shouldn't be in the format, it'll probably go away. So double yellow force list at Nexus looked insanely fun. Wish I had the Strangers to build it. So Stranger is a very good card.
Jabba Yellow with Stranger sounds pretty crazy.
Jabba with Stranger is cool. I don't know if that's better than Talzin. The Jabba deploy turn with the Stranger is like absolutely bonkers though. I have to keep all of this stuff, right? I think so. Do I have to get rid of that? Seems too good. I don't know, maybe I get rid of that. Alright, go ahead.
A wing. I mean, Y-Wing.
A Y-Wing. I am going to play a power droid, the Gonk.
A wing.
I'm going to take the initiative.
Pass.
There's somebody watching right now in the back of a car screaming, Justin! Justin, no!
Like, what am I supposed to do?
I'm going to play Let's Call It War. I will do 3 damage to that, 2 damage to that, and then we're gonna fet you for 1. Justin, no!
Yeah.
No!
I'll play as Mina.
The Gonk's gonna attack you for 1.
Take initiative.
I'm gonna play a First Order Stormtrooper for free, and then I'm gonna pass. All right.
I'll make a X-Wing.
The First Order Stormtrooper is going to attack you for 2. It's going to do an indirect to you. Boba Fett's going to do an indirect to you.
Play R2. Is this a brick?
It's just you don't have nothing with heroic.
It's gotta be a unit, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's these 3 yellow units. Yeah.
What was the figure of unity?
Figure of unity.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big old brick. I'm gonna IG 2000. I'll damage all of those.
I'll take initiative.
I will pass.
Mega X-Wing.
The Gonk droid's gonna attack you for 1.
I'll resistance fire to the Stormtrooper.
Okay, so you'll take 1, and then I'll do 1 to you. I'm gonna play the War Juggernaut. Will 1 damage to everything on your table.
I'll take initiative.
The IG 2000 is going to hit you for 3 or trample one of these guys. I think I want all the damage stuff laying around, so I'll attack you for 3. And then I'll pass.
I guess I'll play Unity. It's 4/4 and everything. Use that thing.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of power and toughness. What do I have? What now, smart guy? What do you have to say about that? So I think we just slap Fett and the War Juggernaut. I will get everything to the point where it dies after this is all said and done. I don't have a topple the summit. Topple the summit could actually maybe clean some of the stuff up.
It would kill like most of it. Funny enough.
Yeah, funny enough. All right, so Fett is going to do, I think it's like 1 and 3. I don't think I worry about the stuff on the ground, so I'll do 1 and 3. Uh-oh, power flickering.
Yeah.
Well, we still good? We still here?
Still here.
Still here? Still
here. And then 1 on this one.
Yeah.
All right. I'll slam this guy into the IG.
All right, it's toast.
He'll be dead. He's dead at some point.
He's damaged currently, though, right? So the War Juggernaut's going to attack you for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Attack you for 11.
Attack you for 7.
Ow, owie. I guess I tie dagger Vanguard, and I'll do 2 to Mina.
I'll fight War Juggernaut for 6.
Okay. She is dead now.
She's dead now.
So you do get to...
Oh, she is dead.
Yeah.
I'll draw with the Millennium Falcon and Blue Leader.
Okay. I am going to play BT.
I'll fight War Juggernaut.
All right, for another 5. So that'll kill him. I will take the initiative.
Play Akbar. I'll fight your base.
Yep.
And pass.
All right, so he'll... Gonk droid's gonna get in for 1.
Blue leader there.
I am gonna devastate you to finish you off.
Okay. Alright.
Gonk droid did a lot of work that game, by the way.
Yeah.
Gonk droid was absolutely insane.
Alright, let me get some
Lucius.
I don't know that that'll save me. We'll see. If I can kind of play it for strategy. I'd be more incentivized to like play max rebound.
Yeah, if you're like actually ramping.
I'm not really ramping to anything else.
Yeah. Other things to ramp to Kelleran. Other things that you could ramp to the like that Ray unit, but obviously not in this matchup. I don't think she does anything in this matchup, but the Ray unit's not a bad thing to ramp into if you end up playing against a control deck. Kelleran, I think, is a good call. Is Kelleran already in there?
Not.
I think Kelleran should be in there.
Yeah.
Kelleran is something that you can certainly do with extra credits. Is it playing Max Rebo himself, or is it just okay? It is playing Max Rebo. I like that.
I've been scared to play Max Rebo against you, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so. This deck has good stuff all up and down the curve, right? You don't necessarily want me to just get to the Boba deploy. I like Max Rebo if the opponent is on a 5-drop leader, because the Max Rebo rockets you to playing that. So
All right, let's see. What do
the
we cut
Mandalorian,
this?
so long as there's a ground unit for him to kill, then capture. Yeah, the Mandalorian's not bad. I actually like the Mandalorian's pilot as well. The Mandalorian pilot is not bad because he has a way to exhaust units, and that deck has a ton of vehicles.
I think I'm cutting an Amidala.
One Amidala. I think that's fine. I think cutting one Amidala is defensible. I think she's very good. And I think she's like one of the. She's a very good thing you can do for 5 resources, but she is not a cure-all.
Thinking about.
I cut a copy of Amidala in the Yoda Data Vault list that I was playing because there were a lot of times where she was in my hand, and I was like, I don't know when I'm going to play you.
That's how
I don't know when you're going to play. She's really good. Like if your opponent is trying to just 1-for-1 you, she's very, 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 very good there. But if your opponent is like ahead of you, and I think she fell off. She takes a hit just slightly because you can no longer just resupply into her. Yeah. You could play the Mandalorian pilot as a 5/5, as like a 5/6 for 5 or whatever, right? That's an option.
I'm cutting this junk.
Okay.
There's one more figure in there. One up figure, I think is fine.
Yeah. Yes, most likely.
I don't really want to see it unless I really want to see it. I don't know. I'm not cutting the hyperspace foil one.
Yeah. Okay. Hyperspace foil Liberty is nice though. The game feels the best it's ever felt for me. Carabas is way more fun just to hop on now. Well, that's cool. I do think some of the more toxic elements of the game I've rotated out. I mean, I call them toxic. They weren't like that toxic, but they were meta defining, right? Like the current meta outside of aggressive negotiations, the current meta really isn't defined. I think if you're playing an average mid-rangey style deck, you just play the best stuff on curve in the 2 colors with the leader that you've chosen. Those games are going to feel pretty good because you'll be playing a game, right? So now whether space aggro is too good, I don't know. Whether aggressive negotiation is too good, once again, jury's out on that. I haven't done a whole lot of testing. I'm not playing aggressive negotiations in this.
It doesn't really quite fit in that.
I wasn't playing aggressive negotiations in the Chewy deck either.
It's not always good in every single deck.
Yeah, your mana was always used for other stuff. Now the blue-red decks, because there was no blue-red Jin that made it into the top cut or whatever. Apparently, it was blue-red Vel that made it in.
Oh.
And I do think Vel it's got some pretty strong arguments for Vel, especially after playing her. That's my deck. Sir.
Just cutting it.
Sir.
Just getting into my zone to cut.
Vel Pilot is a guy I know. His game's really great to watch. Cool. Yeah. I guess I didn't get to watch it. I'll play the Thai Bomber.
Taking a
I'll pass.
Play the Max Rebo Band.
The Max Rebo Band.
That card's quite good. The more I play with it.
Yeah. Let's slap the Vader pilot into the TIE Bomber.
Well, I'll take it for 2.
I'm going to attack you with the TIE Bomber, and we'll do 3 indirect damage first. We'll respond with the Boba Fett indirect damage after that. You've dealt 4 indirect damage to your base, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And is that too much damage? Why are you supposed to be at 3? You should have. I didn't do any damage to you last turn, so it'd be 3, 4. Oh, you're including the Vader damage already. This doesn't do damage to your base unless I kill something. Yeah. So I'll do 1 damage to the Max Rebo Band.
I'll take it.
I'll pass.
I'll make a X-Wing.
The TIE Bomber is coming in again. So 3 indirect damage. Where would you like that to go?
Base.
We're going to do an indirect damage to you. And then we're going to shoot the Max Rebo Band again.
I really don't fucks with this 27 HP base.
27 does not feel good.
No.
I was playing. I've been playing some of that myself, just testing it out, and it does not feel great.
Take it for 2.
I am going to play a First Order Stormtrooper.
I'm gonna play Maxwell Rebo.
Ooh, that's a little spicy. All right, well, how about this? How about I collateral damage? I'm going to shoot this X-Wing for 2, and then I'm going to shoot your base for 2.
Take initiative.
I'll pass. So we'll draw 2 and resource. And then, and then we'll draw 2 and resource.
Yeah, I'll play the Liberty. I'll play. That sounds great. I'll bounce. Or I'll exhaust that and bounce Vader.
You do not bounce him because it costs 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still good.
All right.
It's got Sentinel. What the heck?
It's
a 9/7. It costs 8.
Yeah. First Order Stormtrooper is going to attack your base. I'm going to do an indirect to you, and then I'm going to do an indirect to you.
Take both on max. Well, I'll take you for 2.
I am going to play the War Juggernaut, and I'll do 1 damage to everything on the board.
Deploy Akbar.
I am going to take the initiative.
Attack your base for 3. Exhaust the Max Rebo Band. Make an X-Wing. And attack your base for 2.
Okay.
And pass.
Draw 2 resource. Draw 2 resource. Okay.
A lot of stuff. A lot of fuel.
All right, Boba Fett jumping in the War Juggernaut. We're going to show you a top of the summit, wherever it might be. Here's the top of the summit. So, first things first, we are going to Boba, I need 3 damage on this. Boba's going to deal 3 damage here. And then to finish, I guess I'll shoot this X-Wing for 1. And then we're going to topple. So 3 damage to everything that's damaged.
So
Replace
that's dead. This is 3. This is dead. This is dead. This takes 3. And then
he does not take 3 because he is not damaged.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll show you Max Rebo figure.
Okay.
Draw card.
Okay. I think there are a few things that get you back into the game. I mean, super laser blast, single reactor ignition, obviously good. I think it would have been great in that board, right? Not that I'm a super laser blast deck, but
Beguile.
Beguile, you're gonna bounce the TIE Bomber.
Most likely.
I have a collateral damage, a Let's Call It War, and a Devastator. This is going back to my hand. Vader falls off. War Juggernauts will go to your base for 8.
I'll attack the Stormtrooper.
Okay.
I'll go indirect there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna exhaust Rebo and make a X-Wing.
Okay. I'm going to Let's Call It War. We'll smoke Akbar for 3 and then finish off Rebo.
Smoke that Akbar. Play an A-Wing.
I'm going to take the initiative.
How I not die?
I don't know.
How do I not die at 27?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm dead.
To play a Typho.
Play another Liberty.
Yeah, Liberty might.
If I had Liberty again that turn,
Yeah.
it would have been sick.
Yeah. I'd blow everything up to your Liberty and you tap down. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe
you can
this
see-
deck should just be built for Liberty and not for Unity purposes. Or like it should be built for Akbar usage. Like I think Unity is not worth this. Like I'd rather be playing Data Vault, I think.
Yeah.
And then just playing good Akbar stuff.
Yeah.
Because like the Akbar Data Vault deck from before was like pretty close to good and it didn't lose that much stuff.
Yeah.
It probably gained more things than.
Yeah, I think overall it's better. I mean, I think if you're playing for, you got out 3 libraries in one game and it's backbreaking. Yeah,
Especially if I'm playing like the Proxima and the band stuff.
Yeah. I think you can just, I mean, then the argument becomes, is Akbar better than Lando? We haven't messed with Lando on stream yet. I haven't had any personal experience testing with Lando yet. Well, we're going to get there. I like where this Boba Fett deck is quite a bit.
It's so aggressive.
Yeah.
It's so aggressive.
Yeah, it's counting. Another deck that I do like the feel of that I think is in a good spot is Talzin Yellow. Based off of some early testing, I think Talzin Yellow is also not in a bad spot. So the big thing about this Boba Fett deck is it can get back in after being behind on the board. So Turbo Laser Salvo version of Lando, play any capital ship on a deploy, then Turbo Laser. I got hit with the crazy Turbo Laser battery at the last PQ that I played. Turbo Laser killed Luke, Galen, and Yoda leader. My opponent had a Fulminatrix on the table and tabled me, and I was like, "Uh-oh, do I lose the game from here?" But fortunately, I had removal for the Fulminatrix, and then managed to claw back in the game, finish him off with something. Yeah, but my eyes bugging out of my head when I got hit with the Turbo Laser. I was like,
The topple with that Boba is like really good right now.
It's the Kira. It's the Kira effect, right? Yeah.
So from green you get like.
So from green you get Haymaker, which I think is a good card.
Yeah.
You get the 3 extra health from Data Vault, which is not irrelevant. It may be even more powerful now. It was very powerful in the ECL era, but now if people run around 27 health bases.
I was just thinking about compared to Lake Country.
Yeah. You also get Craving Power, which is extremely powerful.
Yeah.
And you have Gonk Droid. And like
Gonk was pretty good.
Gonk let me play the War Juggernaut on 5 that one game, and then the Devastator on 7.
Pretty good.
So. Would you like the initiative?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to take the initiative with your first action?
Yes.
You already mulliganed?
Oh yeah.
It's something like so there you can we were looking at probabilities of stuff. I think if you have, depending on the size of your deck, depending on how many 2-drops you play, you like 15 2-drops get you, I think it's like a 97% chance. So that does mean like 1 in 30 games.
I think this is it's 3 Jins, 3 R2s, 3 Mina,
but then you also have all the 1-drops
and
as
3
well.
A-wing, 3 Y-wing.
Okay.
And I didn't get any of that stuff. So, yep.
Pass.
And none of that stuff. Oh, there's Mina.
Right on time.
Yep.
What? We throwing away. I guess we gotta throw that away. Or is that insane? I think it might be insane. No, it's not insane. No. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay.
Falcon.
Falcon. I'm going to let's call it war on the Falcon, and then I'll do an indirect damage to you with Fett.
Was it 2 damage?
Just
damage?
3 damage to a unit.
I'll take initiative.
BT is going to attack. I have to mill the top card. It is 000. I choose not to deal damage to the ground arena.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then I'll pass.
Take it for 2.
Okay.
I will not give your guy +2.
Come on, man.
No.
Come on, man. I will tie Dagger Vanguard, deal 2 damage to a damaged unit, and then do 1 indirect to you.
Play max.
Oh, okay.
I just want to get this over with.
BT is going to attack your base for 2. I'll discard the top card. It is a red card. I will do 1 damage to the max revo band. I'll pass. Draw 2, resource 1. Can't do all of that. I guess maybe that. Draw 2, resource 1. Okay, well that makes it much easier. All right. Okay.
Well, blue leader into the Vanguard.
It's toast. I'm gonna punishing 1 and kill blue leader with the ping, and then I'm gonna Fett and do a damage to you indirectly.
I'll beguile.
I have a first order stormtrooper, a 000, a Fett's fire spray, and a craving power.
Bounce the punishing one.
Bati is going to attack you. It is a red card. I will do 1 damage to max revo. Firing on all cylinders.
Akbar.
I'm going to play a first order stormtrooper.
I'll attack you for 3.
I will take 3.
Exhausting max.
I'll take the initiative.
I'll pass.
Draw resource. Draw resource. Okay, we are going to first order is going to attack your base for 2, do an indirect damage, and then we're going to Fett and do an indirect damage.
Alright, I'll attack your base for 3. I'll exhaust max. Make an X-Wing.
Yep.
What's up, P-Rod? How's it going? I see Eddie. Eddie, come here. Eddie, come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come up. Come on. Come on. All right, here. Oh, there you go.
He's right there.
There's one,
He's
Edward.
Right there. Eddie, you got a treat.
There you go. You can stay right here. Stay right there.
Stay right there. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, hold on.
Hold.
Oh, wait. Boom. Dog treated. Good seeing you, P-Rod.
Dog treated. I guess BT is going to go to your base for 2. Bang! It's another red card. We'll shoot Akbar, I guess.
Take her 2.
I am going to play a droid missile platform.
I'm gonna beguile.
HK 000, Fett's fire spray, punishing 1.
Bounce the droid.
I'll deploy Boba Fett to the ground.
I'm gonna play timely reinforcements. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna craving power and smoke Akbar.
Smoked.
Akbar smoked.
Take initiative.
I'm gonna attack you for 6. Pass. Roll 2 resource. Draw 2 and resource.
Jin, exhaust Boba.
I am going to Akbar, I'm sorry, the first order stormtrooper is going to attack you for 2. I'm going to do an indirect to you.
It is just for Unity, yeah. Play Captain Typho.
I'm going to play a Fett's Fire Spray, and we'll do 2 indirect damage to you.
Frick you, Max Rebo. I'm gonna resistance and blow up the Fett's Fire Spray.
I am going to play a droid missile platform.
Thank you for 2.
I'm gonna put Vader on the droid missile platform.
Take it for 2.
I will take the initiative.
Take it for 2. Attack Vader with 3 X-Wings.
Okay, take 3 indirect damage.
Okay, I'm done. Pass.
Draw 2. Resource. Draw 2. And resource.
Yeah, I think I like the idea of Akbar Data Ball a lot more, for sure. You could even play Unity for 8. If you want, like 1 copy maybe, especially if you're playing Data Vault.
I have the initiative, right? Okay. I am going to Haymaker Typho with Boba Fett.
All Jin Boba.
You gotta decide which one dies.
This one dies.
The First Order Stormtrooper is going to attack you for 2 and do 1 indirect to you.
A Unity. With the base.
So you have 4.
+4/+4.
BT is going to attack you, middle of the top card. It was not a red card this time.
Take it for 7.
That's like 7. I am going to collateral damage. 2 damage to something, 2 damage to base.
Okay. Alright. I'm done with this.
Collateral damage, very good card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you even kept me off of my spaceships the whole
Yeah,
time. So.
I had to play so many cards to do that. It was like my whole turn every time I did that.
Yeah. I don't know. Max Rebo is a fun card.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
I do think I was in that game because of Max Rebo giving me options.
Yes.
So
I think so.
There's that. Like, I did have Liberty that turn too. Like, I could have exhausted instead of playing Jin. Well, I guess I could have like.
If you play Liberty, you can't.
Unity.
Unity gives you a way to win the game that turn.
Yeah, my problem was like playing Liberty in space. So I'm not protecting against any space threats.
Yeah.
So like I don't really. You could just take initiative and probably kill me.
Yeah, you'd push me out of space.
Yeah.
You'd effectively push me out of space. So.
The space dominance. Okay.
There
I want to try maybe that Talzin Yellow you were talking about.
It's pretty. I have it put together with the exception of like I don't have all 3 strangers yet. So at least my version of the deck, I did not look at anybody else's list. However, I will use the caveat that I think if you have played the game,
it puts itself together.
It puts itself
it's
together.
A force deck, right?
It puts itself pretty close together,
especially with the force decks, because you play the cards.
You're playing Darth Tyrannus.
You
You're playing Talzin's Assassin. You're playing Shatterpoint. You're playing and you're blue-black, so you get to play Condemn. You get to play No Glory. Like you get a pretty solid removal package, in addition to having some fairly resilient units that can be played on the board. And then you get to play the Stranger. You get to play Constructed Lightsabers to try to finish people off. So Talzin with a Constructed Lightsaber just is like a very effective clock. If your opponent is like tapping out to play one thing a turn, you're just destroying it. So Finn is not a bad card, and I do not have it in the first version that I've or like the current playtest version, but Finn is a very good card. So
that would be pretty sick.
Qui-Gon Blue until you remember the non-villainy restriction. Yeah, exactly. I think the only it's pretty clear with this set and the Twin Sun stuff that moving forward the game is probably going to have some amount of dual color cards in every set. I don't think this set is built or I don't think the game is constructed in such a way where the 2-color thing is going to be done in this set and Twin Suns, and then we'll just move on.
Yeah, so you don't think that's like one of the set specific mechanics?
I think it might be restricted behind rare or legendary moving forward. I think
Instead
that's entirely
uncommon.
Possibly because this set was based around it at all the bases for limited play were based off of you being able to play stuff off aspects. So
that'd be interesting.
Is it worth it for 7 procs Anakin, I guess? It's probably not worth it for 7, I don't think.
It's a lot.
I think for 7 is probably too much. The big thing with Anakin is like the good ways to trigger him in decks are kind of gone now. He was kind of silly in the Han 1 blue force deck because Han's just throwing stuff in the trash can.
You
all
used to
the
play
time.
him in like the Kylo deck or in the.
You could play him in Kylo.
The Vader.
You could play him in Kylo, and the thing about Kylo now, you don't have Rivals Fall to straight up punk you for deploying your leader.
Yeah, or do you still have the card that like removes all the? I guess there's the ship that deletes all the attachments.
So Kit Fisto's Aether Sprite,
Yeah.
And you also have the Kadel, who's like a plot heroism thing that blows up all non-unique upgrades on something. So there's some answers, but they're all red hero. So if you're not playing against red hero, you don't have as much that you have to worry about. So I think Kylo, the blue-green Kylo deck's major problem is that you lost all your ramp. That's the big problem with Kylo now is that Confiscate's gone. Like the big problem with Kylo is like he's probably pretty consistent. You just probably are dead by the time you get to 7. Now you could try like a blue-red version of the deck that's like control heavy, and then you single reactor your opponent. Like all you need to do is just stay alive.
Yeah, you single reactor then deploy.
You single reactor, and then on the following turn you deploy Kylo. And I like Sith Holocron with Kylo anyway because it's a way for you to kill the opponent in like very few swings. Because the Sith Holocron gives you +3 for just 1. So Luke DV is the main of your existence. I mean I think Luke Data Vault's probably like a totally fine deck too, right? Like it's Luke's problem in the past was that Bamboozle existed, right? Bamboozle does not exist. There is no way to kill Luke in the current environment, right? If Luke ends up on a spaceship, all you could pray to do is just slow it down by like tapping it, right? It hates Liberty, and maybe Kit Fisto's Aether Sprite seems more played now. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing is like Liberty is like the alpha predator, right? Liberty is Avenger. So the problem with Avenger was like Avenger came out on 9.
You couldn't target something,
and it got whatever the worst unit on the board is.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, a lot of the whole point of the blue-green decks was to get it so that the opponent's best unit was their worst unit, right? Like they wanted you to only have the one unit, and if you were in that situation, then yeah, the Avenger kind of closes out the game. The thing is like Liberty from behind is very powerful because Liberty is a Sentinel and Liberty answers the best unit every turn, right? If you just have 8 resources, your opponent's got some stuff on the board, you tap out, play Liberty, and claim, like you are in great shape. Just absolutely great shape. You know, in a vacuum. Like your opponent can do some stuff, like maybe they got a direct hit, whatever, you know, don't worry about it for now. But yeah.
Neato. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
We'll be back on Wednesday for more stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have some stuff then. So
More stuff. Yeah.
goodbye.
Thanks for bye. These
the,
buttons don't work.
The buttons don't work.
Goodbye.
The buttons don't work. Ah!
Goodbye. And we're still saying bye.
And we're saying you can still